This is Rockin' with J-Man. It's with Mark Daly. So how you doing, man?
All good. How are you doing?
Good, man. How's life treating you?
Not too bad. Just finished up our US tour and then I'm back here in Ireland now, a couple of days, getting used to this time zone and yeah, pretty good.
So for those who are watching and unfamiliar with you, can you tell us all about yourself?
Yes, so I am an Irish rock musician, singer-songwriter from Cork in Ireland, and been playing music now for the last a good few years now, taking on a few years, and started off in a band called the Voodoos, started my own solo stuff, and now most recently my band Mark Daly and the Ravens. So we've been touring all over the place the last couple of years, releasing new music and having a good time.
So tell me about the upcoming album, Devil's Arms.
So this is the brand new one we're very, very excited about. The whole band recorded this one, and we were in Texas in the desert recording this one in a place called Sonic Ranch Studios with a fantastic producer called Brian Virtue, who's worked with 30 Seconds to Mars, Audio Slave, Jane's Addiction, loads of massive bands. And he really got a great, I got the most out of us on that recording and very, very excited about all these new songs.
And the new single is I Want to Be More, right?
Yeah, yeah, that just came out. I suppose nearly 2 weeks tomorrow, I think. um, the time zones have got me all messed up, but yeah, I think 2 weeks ago, and the reaction to it has been great. It's just a fun little rock and roll tune. The record has a bit more deep, dark, heavy stuff in there, but we wanted to release something fun to start off the record.
Now, does the track have a personal meaning?
Each track, yeah, all different. A lot of them are my own stories, things I've gone through in life, and my own like interpretations of things. And there's one or two tracks that I've written as a third person, something different. Wrote a song with a friend of mine, and we kind of wrote it from someone else's perspective. And yeah, tried something a little different with this new record. I'm really happy with how it turned out.
How exciting was it to be able to play this new music on the MR Big Tour?
Oh, it was amazing. They were so good to us. Really, really great band with a massive following. Some legendary players in that band, and we just ended up getting along so well with every one of them. And yeah, start to finish, it was a really, really great tour. Loved it.
And so do you ever get nervous when opening for a big band?
Yes, I always find the first show of the tour is always for me a little bit nerve-wracking because you're making hoping that all the lyrics come out. And yeah, just to get into the groove, I always feel like it takes two shows to really like just find that real confidence. I wouldn't be shaking or freaking out or anything, but yeah, inwardly very nervous, but wouldn't like to show that to the band. I'd just be, yeah, all is good. Let's go out and rock it. And fortunately, it always goes well.
What I mean is something for like this Mr. Big Tour fans thought that the band was done now, and they are super excited to see them. And some people are not into the opener, and I like coming late or are not paying attention. Like they come in late during the concert or not paying attention. Sometimes during an opener, but if you win them, you get all kinds of new fans.
Absolutely, absolutely. That was one thing that really blew our minds on this tour was when we finished our set and we'd run down to the merch booth after we'd finished playing, and there was a great queue there every night of people coming up saying hello, buying the record, supporting us, and it was really, really cool to have Mr. Big's fan base come on board with us, and so good. That's the best part about opening is if you can also connect with the headliner's audience.
Now you are from Ireland, right?
Yes.
Is there a lot of rock bands there? And no, I'm not talking about you two.
Well, Tin Lizzy were Irish, so anytime someone's like, "Who's the best rock band from Ireland?" I always say Tin Lizzy. But yeah, there's been a good few rock bands, all different kind of genres. there's some great musicians doing some really great things, especially across in the US as well. I know there's kind of a punk rock band called Fontaines DC. They're doing really, really well out there. Hosier, of course, is doing really well. And there's just, yeah, there's so many great so many great bands and musicians come from this little island of ours.
Now, I know Thin Lizzy was probably the biggest one, but who would have thought that a black guy from Ireland could write the best songs about being an American cowboy?
It's just perfect. It's amazing. Phil Lynott for me is a massive influence, and yeah, just a badass dude, and just yeah, super cool.
So you have new headlining shows to promote the new album, correct?
Yeah, we just did a bunch of as well as the Mr. Big dates, we just did a bunch of our own headline shows as well, which was like a first for us in America to be doing our own headline shows, and we were kind of blown away with the support we got on it.
What was life like for you on the road?
It was good. This tour was good. We had a nice transport. we we weren't in a beat up, breaking down van, which had been there in the past. It was like it was a nice travel. Everything went smoothly. Usually something happens with transport, something happens when you rock up to a hotel and they're like, nope, we don't have a booking for you. There's always something. And this tour, it just kind of felt like it just all went really smooth. So yeah, besides missing my family at home, everything was perfect.
What's the best venue you've ever played?
Best venue. Oh, there's so many in America. Like, it's definitely America is my answer. Some of the ones in Texas have been really amazing. Those big theaters. Also, just outside Chicago in Illinois, the Arcada Theater, really famous place, big massive room, really really cool. So, yeah, that one jumps to my head straight away.
What's the worst?
Hmm, good question.
That
There's been one or two. Um, but I think I've deleted them from memory, so I don't even remember the name of the place when when it all goes back. I remember we got caught in a snowstorm in Aspen, and it was supposed to be all these people come out to the show, and we ended up playing to like two people, and it was like, yeah, we just had to just close our eyes and play through it, and we try and treat every single gig as the biggest gig of our lives, even if there's like 10 people or 10,000 people. Always try and go in with that mindset, but when there's a snowstorm and only two people show up, very hard to fight through that one.
oh my God, that must have had a crush your soul, man.
Yeah, a little bit, but the next night then everything was good, and it all comes back. So yeah, you do have to take the good with the bad.
So did you honestly just want to like throw your like microphone or guitar right on the ground and just say I'm done?
I'd be lying if it said it didn't come into my head. But yeah, but then those kind of shows are perfect for trying, a song that didn't make the set, a song that you're like, maybe we should try this out and see how it feels in a live setting and stuff. So like to use those opportunities to maybe throw in a new song and see how it feels live.
What is on your writer?
Whiskey,
Whiskey?
beer, water, and snacks. Nothing complicated. Um, I've seen some interesting writers and heard about over the years, but ours is pretty straightforward right now.
Fireball?
No, just straight up Irish whiskey, Jameson.
Yeah, ritual before you go on stage.
Um, we always do a group huddle as a band, which a lot of bands do, and we just tell each other that we're very, very lucky to be doing what we're doing. I always say to the boys that there's a million other bands out there that would kill to be doing what we're about to do. So not to take it for granted and just walk out on stage and give it absolutely everything we have and not hold back even in the slightest because like I said, there's so many bands out there that just want to be doing what we're doing. So we got to be aware and grateful that we're able to do it.
Ever have a crazy interaction with a fan before?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember. I think I was in, oh, what's the name of the place? Reno, Nevada. Some crazy guy in the crowd was shouting up, "You're not Irish, you're not Irish," whatever. And I told him that, you know what Irish people are good at? And I said, fighting. And I said, do you want me to come down there? I said, do you want me to come down there? And he said, no. And then eventually the security kicked him out. But yeah, there's been some interesting characters that we've met around the world. Yes, for sure.
Were you very offended when he said you weren't Irish?
Not really. I kind of turned it into a bit of a joke, you know. If you get a little heckler at a gig, you can just kind of make fun of it rather than like let it get to you.
So, what's the best memory from playing the show?
Uh, Honestly, recently the headline show that we did in New York was really special because not only was it like way longer set with all of our material, it was also we really connected with a brand new audience and hundreds of people that we'd never played to before, and to just make that connection, it was amazing. So that show really stood out to me as like special.
What is your worst memory?
Um, It probably goes back to that same snowstorm show because I was so distracted. I was forgetting my own words and everything. It was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to go back to that one.
Oh, I couldn't even imagine. You were probably saying, you were like counting in your head, and then you actually one, two.
Yeah, yeah, so distracted, and I was like, where am I? What's going on?
You were like praying that like you would close your eyes, and then like 200 people would be there, weren't you?
Yeah, I wanted the electricity to go out. I wanted the snow.
Like no, to like break the building down, didn't you?
Yep, yep.
What do you do on your downtime for fun?
When I'm home from tour, I kind of just hang out with my kids, my wife. Like to go for walks and fishing. And then personally, me by myself, I play soccer. As you call it soccer, we call it football.
Football, yeah.
Um, yes. So yeah, I play for my local team here. And we train once a week and then we have a match once a week. So whenever I'm off the road, I try and come back into the team and try and keep up with level of fitness that I don't have. Because when I'm on tour, it's too many burgers, too many beers, and when I come back, I see everybody really, really fit, and then I'm like struggling. So
So
yeah,
you,
but football is a big passion of mine. I'm a big Manchester United fan,
oh yeah.
um, big time, and love watching those games, and then love playing it as well.
So are you good at football?
Good, maybe not.
I'm like,
uh,
I'm like,
I'm just gonna say not terrible. But yeah, I have my moments and I really love playing it. And I haven't been kicked off the team yet, so I must be doing something right.
so are you just a regular player or are you the goalie?
Defender.
Defender. Oh,
Yeah. So my job is just basically crush anybody that's coming in near the goal. And yeah, feels great.
so
And
you're
I'm
not.
pretty tall. I'm like 6'2", so I can get up there and
Oh,
I can header the ball at the header away. And yeah, I love the physicality of it. I love the fitness to it. And just the whole game. I love it.
so have you ever gotten a goal when playing a game, or does that not happen since you're the defender?
No, I have because I'm tall, I go up for the corners when we're attacking, and I've got a couple of goals, yeah.
Yeah. So what's next for you?
So now I'm home after a really cool tour, and I'm gonna be writing a bunch of new songs, and we're gonna hit the studio. Even though this new album isn't even out yet, it's a really I like to just like keep writing and keep the music flowing while it's flowing. And yeah, so we're going to do another record, and the label are organizing another tour as we speak. So we'll be back out to America again this year, and we'll be back out to America again this year to record. So a bunch of music videos we just shot in New York are coming out as well. So a lot of music releases and a lot of touring.
How do my followers follow you?
What's that?
How do my followers follow you?
Okay, so I think the best way is my website, markdailyofficial.com, because that's kind of got everything between links, music, merch, tour dates, everything's up there. So, and then mostly these days, Facebook, Instagram, Mark Daly Music, post a lot up there as well. So that's a cool place to go.
And do you have any cool merch?
Really cool merch. Actually, have to say that was one compliment we got a lot on tour was your merch is badass. So we have bracelets that are made out of our guitars strings. So the guitar string bracelets are really, really cool and they're a really cool design. Lots of t-shirts, guitar picks, drumsticks, like a wide range. So there's lots of stuff. And most importantly, the new album is up there on the merch store as well before the official release on Spotify and Apple Music. We're doing it kind of old school. The album was for sale at the shows, but it's not released yet online. So we're trying to do something a little bit different with that, which is really cool.
You know you gotta hook up your boy with some fresh gear. Come on, man. It's school,
All right.
man.
I'll put a word in with the label.
So, fun question time. You're on death row. It's time for your final meal. What is on the menu?
Wow, I wasn't expecting that one. I love a Five Guys burger.
Five.
You guys are spoiled for burgers out there.
Yeah.
Our cheeseburgers in Ireland just don't do it for me like they do it out there. So if I was in death row out in America, I'd have to go for a Five Guys. Yeah.
So, if you could have any superpower, what would you choose?
I suppose to fly would be pretty handy.
Flying.
I could get to gigs quicker as well, and yeah, make more money that way.
All right. Let's say you can choose any song ever by any band, and you can change that song to where you're the one who wrote it as your song. What song would it be and why?
That's another good one. The entire Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon record. If I could be there and just like play a triangle in the corner and be like, hey, can I go on the credits for this masterpiece of an album? So yeah, any track off that record, I would happily have been involved in back in the day.
All right, man. Thank you so much. It's been my pleasure. Thank you for being on my show.
Thank you for having me on. I really appreciate it. And I'll be back on to you when this album drops in the summer, okay?
All right. Hope to see you in my hometown, Buffalo.
Oh, nice. Buffalo, New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be out there. We'll get there.
All right. See you, man. Thank
Nice one. Thanks for having me on.
you.
Cheers.
Cheers.